We, as human beings, are obliged to the ancient imperative: do not stand by the blood of your fellow to see him or her dying. I, as a physician and as a human being, was obliged to stand up for them. I received the humble honor of leading a team of medical volunteers whose purpose is to protect the health of the hostages and their families. Innocent people were abducted, and I don't believe I say it, 40 days ago. 40 days. Among them are babies, children, women, men, the elderly, sick and injured people, people with disabilities and special needs. See them. Where are they? Who is treating them? All of them are people in urgent need. They are dying. Without medical treatment, there is an immediate threat to their lives. All of them need medical care, sunlight, food, vitamins, and more. They need their physicians. We will hear from personal physicians about the medical needs of some of the hostages. The hostages can't speak, so we, the physicians, and you, the media, and the public around the world, must speak up for them. I'll give you one example. Elma Abraham, an 84-year-old woman, was abducted from her home in Nahal Oz. She has a complex medical condition and urgently needs several medications for her heart just to survive. We were there to remind that our heart is captive in Gaza, but her heart is also captive in Gaza, and she needs her medications. The October 7th massacre is a crime against humanity. Unfortunately, we can't save those who were murdered, but we can save now the innocent people who were abducted. We call any human with a heart. We call all healthcare professionals all around the world. Join us in calling, treat them now. Treat them now, today. Don't stand by. Don't violate the physician's oath. Stand with us for them. And I'll say one word in Hebrew. צוותי הבריאות בישראל עם החטופים, הלב שלנו עם החטופים. ראינו התגייסות ענק בהפגנה ביום חמישי האחרון. אנחנו קוראים לצוותי הבריאות בעולם, לארגוני הבריאות בעולם, גם בקטר ומצרים וטורקיה. תצטרפו אלינו לקריאה, טפלו בהם עכשיו, היום. אל תעמדו מנגד, אל תפרו את שבועת הרופא, תעמדו יחד איתנו, אנשי הבריאות, עבורם. תודה.
תודה רבה. ורגע לפני שנכיר את הרופאים של החטופים עצמם, I would like to call Leah Wapner. She is the CEO of the Israeli Medical Association. עורך דין לאה ופנר, מנכ"לית ההסתדרות הרפואית בישראל.
Thank you very much. I think it's extremely important to know that on the 7th of October, not only 1,500 people died, but a little bit of humanity died on that day as well. One of the worst things that we can see is that life has become a bargaining chip. In what world do we know that a 9-month-old baby is a bargaining chip? In what world can we accept the fact that the elderly, the sick, the children are bargaining chips? That is something which we cannot accept. And we, as Israeli Medical Association, part of many, many medical associations around the world, find it important as physicians that we must get up and say, this cannot be. Before we talk about important things as climate change, as smoking, as regular medication, we have to talk about the value of life, and the value of life is not turning into be a bargaining chip. These are not bargaining chips. These cannot be part of the conflict. And the most important thing that we have to say is that we can do something today. We can really change things. I don't know if we, as said before, we can't change what happened on the 7th of October. But maybe we can alleviate some of the pain and some of the anguish that they are feeling, that their families are feeling. Maybe then we might begin some type of healing. We are in the healing profession. We are coming to ask for help. And we think that the World Medical Association and the World Medical Organization cannot have any discussions with not putting this in the center of their discussion. It should be their cry to let the people go. We have to let all the hostages go today. And I hope that what you hear from the doctors will show why doctors of the world has always, they are advocates for their patients. We will continue to champion their cause here and all over the world. And I hope that you will join us in bringing this message to, if you do not voice, if you do not raise your voice and say something, then you are complicit in keeping them there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now I would like you to know Dr. Adi Fuchs. She's the family physician of Omer Wenkert. דוקטור עדי פוקס, רופאת משפחה של עומר ונקרט, הצטרפו אליה ניבה ושי, ההורים של עומר.
Hi, my name is Niva Wenkert. I'm Omer's mother. Omer is 22 years old, happy young boy. He's the management of a restaurant. Like everyone in his age, he liked to dance. He liked restaurants. He liked the good lives. Omer went to the party, to the Nova Fest, to have fun, to celebrate life. But instead, he brutally and violently kidnapped by the Hamas. Since there, that Black Saturday, we are waiting for you, Omer. I am waiting for you. I am missing you. I know you are suffering now because your disease is severe. Please, we are strong for you. Please, Omer, stay strong for us. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Omer is a young man who suffered of ulcerative colitis. He was diagnosed in 2015, and he was under gastroenterologist treatment and observation. He's under a permanent treatment of Rafasal, but in the exacerbation of a disease, he may bleed and need steroid treatment, and if he lost blood, he can become anemic and will need iron intravenous. This sickness needs treatment, permanent observation, and a very quiet environment, which is not compatible with his last 40 days. He's suffering, and this can lead to an immediate life danger. This is why the Red Cross and the World Health Organization need and must be involved, bringing him home to receive his treatment, to save his life.
Now we will meet Professor Arnon Elitzur. He is the allergy physician of Yagil Yaakov. פרופסור ארנון אליצור הוא רופא האלרגיה של יגיל יעקב. תצטרף אליו נטע דויטשמן, בת הדודה של יגיל.
Hello everyone, my name is Neta. My cousin Yagil, he's 12 years old. Although he says he's 13, he's not yet. He's supposed to celebrate his bar mitzvah in 2 weeks from today. And we really hope that, and we pray that he will come back and we will celebrate it together in 2 weeks from today. From a young age, Yagil really loves to sing and dance, and everyone who knows him, even just a little bit, knows that he's a really funny boy and really, really smart. Really miss him, and it's really hard that we don't know anything about him and about the condition he's in. It's really scary. We don't know how he is medically and beyond that also. We worry a lot for him and for Or, his brother, and we really miss him. We need your help to bring them back well and alive, and we want your help. Thank you very much.
When I look at Yagil's picture, as I know him, and then compare it to the picture that was released during his captivity, it breaks my heart. I'm here to speak for Yagil, who has been followed in our allergy clinic since 2015. Yagil has a peanut allergy. It means that when he eats even trace amount of peanut, he could have a severe allergic reaction. Such a reaction can develop within minutes and can be fatal. If such a reaction does occur, Yagil should be treated immediately with an epinephrine autoinjector and should then be transported as soon as possible to a medical facility for further care because the reaction could progress. Yagil does not have an epinephrine autoinjector with him. Now try to imagine this almost 13-year-old boy alone, afraid, in a tunnel. I don't know what he gets to eat down there, but imagine what goes through his mind when he is served food. Can you really be certain it does not contain even trace amount of peanut? I'm sure the people who kidnapped him have no clue about the measures required to provide him with safe food. I do know that Yagil could not and would not trust them to provide him with such safe food. The reality is that that every meal Yagil eats for him is like a Russian roulette. I call today for all medical associations worldwide, and particularly for allergy associations who are well aware of the risk Yagil is in, to demand his immediate release, or at least that he be seen promptly by representatives of the Red Cross and be provided with an epinephrine autoinjector. Thank you.
Dr. Yifat Visiger is a neurologist of Raz Ben Ami. דוקטור יפעת ויגיסר היא הנוירולוגית של רז בן עמי, מצטרפת אליה אלה, הבת של רז ואוהד בן עמי.
Hello, my name is Ella Ben Ami. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Kibbutz Be'eri. My mom and dad, Oad and Raz, were kidnapped from their home at the 7th of October. Since then, they are hostages in Gaza. My mom has a severe disease and she needs to see a physician and she needs a lot of medication. On Friday, my mom has had her birthday, 57. She will be 57 years old. I really hope until Friday she will be here with us and celebrate this birthday. I really miss my mom and dad. I never live without them, And now I don't have a home to live in it, and I don't have parents that will teach me how to work in this situation. I really miss them, and I hope you will help us to treat Mom, and she will come back healthy. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello. I'm the neurologist and the treating physician of Raz Ben Ami. On October 7, Raz and Oad, her husband, were kidnapped by Hamas terrorists from their home in Kibbutz Be'eri. Raz is suffering from a rare neuroinflammatory disease affecting her brain, causing her severe neurological damage. She is treated with highly potent immunosuppressive treatment that are given only in hospital setting, leaving her immunosuppressed, vulnerable to infections. Without access to her medication, her health will rapidly deteriorate, leading to severe consequences and likely to cause life-threatening complications. Raz has been held hostage for over 40 days. She must receive immediate medical attention and specialist treatment, which is crucial to keep her alive. There is humanitarian urgency to release Raz immediately. Her condition is life-threatening, and she must receive urgent medical care.
Dr. Sharon Kleitman is the family physician of Nir Oz, Nirim, Magen, Kisufim, and Ein HaShlosha. דוקטור שרון קלייטמן הוא רופא משפחה של ניר עוז, נירים, מגן, כיסופים ועין השלושה. אליו מצטרפים אדווה הדר, נכדתה של יפה, גדעון הימן, בנה של דיצה, נועם פרי, ביתו של חיים, ובועז זלמנוביץ', בנו של זלמן.
Hello, my name is Adva Adar. I'm the granddaughter of Yafa Adar. She's 85 years old and she was kidnapped from her house in Kibbutz Nir Oz. She's a mother of 3, a grandmother of 8, and a great-grandmother of 7. Her oldest grandson, Tamir, was also kidnapped from Kibbutz Nir Oz. My grandmother is ill. She's taking medication on a daily basis for her body system to function and to relieve a lot of pain she's suffering from. Thinking about her being held in tunnels without her medication breaks my heart. All the pain she needs to suffer without no relief, that's unhuman. I'm asking you to look at my grandmother's face and think about your own. Can you even imagine her being through this hell? I can't. I'm asking the Red Cross to get involved. We need them to get to the hostages, to check their medical condition and to give them medication urgently. We have no time. My grandmother has no time. Every minute that is passing is a minute that we don't know if we will ever be able to see her again. I do know that dying slowly, painfully, alone, being held hostage in Gaza, that can't be the end of her story. Thank you.
My name is Gidon Eyman. My mother, Ditza, is 84 years old. She one of the first members of Kibbutz Nir Oz, and she lived all her adult life in the kibbutz. My mother was a social worker, and she all life, all career, she worked with people and treat people, and that's what she like to do and what she know to do. My mother worked until almost 80 years old, far away from the kibbutz, just to help people. My mother is not a healthy woman, and she needs medicine, and we are very worried about her time that is almost 40 days in the prison of the Hamas.
I'm Noam Perry. My father, Chaim Perry, was kidnapped from his home in Kibbutz Nir Oz 5 weeks ago. My father is almost 80 years old. He's an artist, a peace activist, and a man who always fought for human rights. He's a brave man, but at the age of 80, he's not a healthy man. He has a serious heart disease and an artery condition that requires daily medication. I can't think how he survived the last 40 days, kept underground without proper conditions and medication. My father would not survive captivity for long. I call every doctor worldwide who signed doctor oath to call for their immediate release and treatment.
My name is Boaz. My father, Ari Zalmanovich Zalman, is 86-year-old, one of the founders of the Kibbutz Nir Oz, one of 71 people that has been kidnapped from the kibbutz. Although he is a tough man that worked almost 16 years at the field, at the sun, at the heat of the Negev, he is not healthy. He need a lot of medicine, a special food. Without his ear glasses and hearing devices, he is connected from the world and is suffering every day. Please bring them home now.
Hello and shalom. My name is Sharon Kleitman. I'm the family physician of 5 kibbutzes in the area around Gaza. I'm what you call the country physician or rural doctor. On that Black Saturday, my patients suffered and people were killed, butchered, slaughtered, and the status is that for now 78 of my community are held hostage, they are kidnapped, and 47 murdered. I feel like something is missing from my body or my soul, and I'm standing here with the representative of the families, but this is just minor representatives. They are you cannot. We need to bring to fill all this hall with all the families. I'm treating people from 0 to 100, and we are talking about here about the elderly are really needs of help and medications, but we have small babies and the twins and even young children and adults who are also needs chronic medications. And we can say, for example, Yafa Adar, she was the first person who I shockingly saw through the media in Twitter being held with her trolley. And she's such a delicate person, such a lady. She has a very complicated situation with the heart failure. She has atrial fibrillations. She needs chronic medication, blood pressure medication, heart failure medication, anticoagulants. I don't know how she can manage, how she's managing. I cannot even think about it or imagine it. Ditsa, a social worker, all her life treated the elderly. She worked in Beersheba, very strong person, very personality, you know, she had a character. She also needs a chronic medication. She also needs anticoagulants. She suffered from pulmonary embolism in the past. Chaim Perry, who is an artist, who built a statue in the White House near the kibbutz, which is a statue where you have an archaeological monument there, is also a very, very chronic heart condition, vascular condition, is what you call vasculopath, peripheral vascular disease, and arterectomy from the left. He needs anticoagulants also. And Zalman, everyone calls him Zalman, Ari Zalmanovich. He's a farmer, someone who's connected to the land. He's a specialist in wheat. You know, he's like still worked till the age, till that Saturday he worked in the Gadash, what we call when you grow the growth of the land. I don't know if he worked physically, but he gave advices and he was there. And he has everything, diabetes, heart disease, chronic ischemic heart disease, really serious kidney disease. I don't know, I'm terrified to think about his GFR. He needs special protein, he needs food, he needs a blood pressure condition. He also has atrial fibrillation. He also needs anticoagulants. And I'm calling from this stage to whoever is listening, to medical organization, to leaders, to whoever is sitting in decision-making chairs. We need to treat them now. We needed to treat them yesterday. We need to intervene, to interfere. We need to give them medications. I don't know how they can manage. I believe, help me, please, to help me to help my patients, my family, because they're at stake here, and if we will not do anything, so we are also in charge. Thank you.
Before we will take some questions in English, we will turn to Hebrew for a moment. אגב, תודה רבה לכם למשפחות החטופים. עמדתי פה מהצד והסתכלתי עליכם. אני חושב שהיכולת שלכם בכלל אחרי 40 ימים לעמוד ולדבר כאן היא ראויה להערצה. פשוט להצדיע לכם. זה היה יכול להיות כל אחד מאיתנו. אז כל הכבוד, וכולנו חלק מהמאמץ הזה. אני רוצה לשאול אותך, פרופסור ציון חגי, יושב ראש ההסתדרות הרפואית, שאלה אחת בעברית, מה הניע אותך לקיים את האירוע הזה כאן, שהוא לא מובן מאליו? אני מניח שהיה מורכב להחליט לעשות משהו בניגוד לערך הקדוש של שמירה על סודיות רפואית.
אנחנו בהסתדרות הרפואית מייצגים 30,000 רופאים במדינת ישראל. רופאי ישראל מחויבים לבריאותם של תושבי המדינה. ואם אנחנו מסתכלים על ההסתדרות הרפואית, מאז ומתמיד נלחמנו על מערכת בריאות חזקה ואיתנה למען תושבי מדינת ישראל. היום אנחנו רואים לאחר המשבר של 7 לאוקטובר, בעצם אנחנו מסתכלים על מערכת הבריאות ואנחנו מסיירים בכל בתי החולים ובמרפאות הקהילה וגאים במערך הבריאות. הרופאים שלנו מתנדבים בכל מקום, אם זה במלונות באילת, אם זה בים המלח, בכל הארץ. אנחנו התעשתנו מהר מאוד, כל המדינה שלנו, מאז 7 לאוקטובר. אנחנו רואים את צבא ההגנה לישראל חזק מאוד, עם ישראל חזק מאוד, מלוכד, מאוחד. כולנו מחויבים לשחרורם של החטופים. לא נישן ולא ננום לרגע עד שישוחררו כולם הביתה בריאים ושלמים. תודה רבה.
Any questions in any language? Not any, only English and Hebrew.
אנחנו כמעט ביום יום בקשר עם העמיתים שלנו בחו"ל, ואנחנו משפיעים עליהם, על עמדתם. אנחנו יודעים שיש קולות לפה ולשם במדינות אירופה ובארצות הברית, אבל יחד עם זאת ההסתדרות הרפואית יש לה קשרים מסועפים וטובים עם ההסתדרויות הרפואיות בעולם, ואנחנו מקיימים איתם קשר יומיומי בו אנחנו מסבירים להם מה קורה במדינת ישראל. רובם תומכים בנו, יודעים ומעריכים את הרפואה במדינת ישראל ומבינים את האילוצים שנכנסנו אליהם במדינה. אנחנו גם נוסעים, למרות המצב בארץ, נוסעים להשתתף בכנסים בעולם בשביל להציג את העמדה הישראלית, ואנחנו מקבלים אהדה גדולה מאוד אחרי שהם שומעים מאיתנו ממקור ראשון מה קרה ב7 לאוקטובר, ואנחנו ממשיכים בזה ביום יום. אתמול אני גם נתתי הרצאה בסוגיה הזאת ביום שמיועד לדבר על השואה, וכמובן שהכנסתי את סוגיית ה7 לאוקטובר ודיברנו גם על זה. אז אנחנו ביום יום פעילים בכדי שתהיה לנו אהדה בינלאומית ותמיכה בינלאומית מצד הרופאים באירופה ובארצות הברית. זה פחות, אין לנו קשרים עם רופאים שנמצאים בעזה, כי הם לא חברי ההסתדרות הרפואית. ההסתדרות הרפואית זה רק אזרחי מדינת ישראל. לא רק בתל השומר, כל הרופאים שהיום, כן, כל הרופאים היום שנמצאים בעזה הם כמעט כולם אלה שהם מומחים בתחומים ספציפיים, אם זה הרדמה או טיפול נמרץ או תחומים אחרים, קיבלו הכשרה במדינת ישראל, אבל לצערי בסיטואציה הזאת אין קשר איתם בגלל המצב. חמאס הרי מאיים על כולם. מבחינתם אם רופא יתקשר וידבר עם רופא אחר בארץ, מבחינתם זאת תהיה בגידה. אז אנחנו מאוד זהירים בסוגיה הזאת.
Maybe I can refer to it from the forum, just to say we were asked about connections with physicians in Gaza. Yes, I know, but maybe that's also of interest to the international journalists. So, and I'm sure that you get my point. So, as the forum, we look everywhere we can in order to get the hostages treated, and we contact physicians who worked in Gaza, not right now in Gaza. It's very difficult to contact those who are now in Gaza. I must say, we, the Israeli physicians, now I'm speaking as the chairman of the Israeli Association of Public Health Physicians, we regularly treat Palestinians from Gaza all the time, and you know, actually some of the people murdered or abducted were part of this outstanding initiative to take Palestinian patients from Gaza to be treated in Israeli hospitals. Many physicians, as you said, many physicians in Gaza had their residency or training by Israelis, and we care, I must say, we care about the health of the Palestinians in Gaza. Even nowadays, Palestinians are treated from Gaza, are treated in Israeli hospitals, and our call is, as we loyal to the physician's oath, continue and treat and care about Palestinians in Gaza, so should every health professionals around the world. Every physician should care about everyone, including the hostages who are not getting medical treatment right now.
תודה רבה.
לאה, את יכולה לומר לנו כמה מילים על הקשרים הבינלאומיים, התקשורת
Thank you. I'll answer in English. What I was asked, Professor Chagai was asked about what do our colleagues around the world think. I think there is a unanimous opinion that the hostages is something that the world has never seen. There is a unanimous understanding, as I said before, that human life is not a bargaining chip. And I think that there is a unanimous idea around the world that physicians are there to help heal and to alleviate suffering. But as Professor Chagai also explained, we all have to be very, very careful because it's a very, very tricky situation with whom you talk and how you talk. And what's important is that we get the people back and we keep them safe. I think that is the most important. So we also are doing a lot, what we could internationally. And we hope that the pressure will help. It's not enough. So if we don't answer all of your questions, please bear with us and understand it.
Any other questions? שאלות? תודה רבה לכל מי שהגיע. כן, בבקשה. אז בוא אלינו בינתיים, כי תוכל לענות רק מפה.
שוחררה תמונה לפני כמה ימים של יגיל, גם סרטון וידאו ותמונות של יגיל מאיפה שהוא חטוף, ואם מסתכלים, משווים את התמונה שלו לפני ואיך הוא נראה עכשיו בשבי, הוא רזה, הוא חיוור, עיגולים שחורים מתחת לעיניים, נראה שהוא לא אוכל כמו שצריך, נראה שהוא לא חשוף לאור השמש. אני לא יודע אם חלק מזה קשור לפחד שלו לאכול, אולי גם, לא יודע כמה נותנים לו לאכול, וכמה קשור לפחד שלו לאכול בגלל האלרגיה.
תודה רבה.
שלחת לי?